Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Brandon here, and welcome back to another juicy episode of WWE News and Rumors. So we have a lot to talk about today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first news story is about Devon Dudley. It's a bit of a concerning one. So Devon Dudley has revealed that he's been taking some time off from WWE. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Devon Dudley, obviously half of the Dudley boys, he's a backstage producer for WWE, and he has been doing that role for quite some time. Even when he was like wrestling just a few years ago, and the Dudleys were back inside of WWE actually wrestling as a tag team, he was actually multitasking. He was being like a wrestler on screen and also being like a backstage producer kind of help kind of deal is what he was doing. So he's kind of multitasking there. But anyway, right now, Devon has revealed he has some health issues right now, and he's actually having to take some time off for that. So he didn't reveal what the health issues are, but I wish him nothing but the absolute best. Okay, the next rumor, this is actually the final one before we jump into the rumors. This one is just, it's a bit out there, and it just kind of makes me laugh every time I hear this. So, Otis is injured. Otis is injured. So, where to begin here? So, WWE, he's not really injured. So, WWE, they like to do these scripted injuries where it's not a real injury, and they always use this, like, word that it sounds like it's made up. It's a mess. So, they use this word. It's a very fun word to say. I'm very excited to say, so here it goes. A contusion. A contusion. They always love to use that word. Contusions. He has multiple contusions on his body. What in the hell is a contusion? A lot of people think it's a made-up word, but, you know, me being smart, I actually Googled it, and apparently contusion is just a fancy word for a bruise. Literally, just a bruise. Contusion. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is. By God, he's got multiple contusions all over his body at the hands of him. Yeah, it's just a bruise. Yeah, Otis has a few bruises on the hands of Jey Uso from hitting him with a chair. His multiple contusions. I don't know if he's gonna make a comeback, but it's possible that he'll heal from his multiple contusions, also known as a freaking bruise. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, those are all the news stories that I talked to you guys about today. But don't you guys dare go anywhere, because things are about to get juicy here on the Brandon Hodge channel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories for today, and it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. The first rumor is about Chris Jericho, but this is the WWE News Rumor Show, not the AEW one. I know we do an AEW one, at least not yet, but I might in the future. That was a mouthful, but yeah, it's kind of about Chris Jericho. So obviously, everything to do with Chris Jericho right now is banned inside the WWE because he is pretty much one of the faces of, well, he's a heel, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. He's representing like the rival company right now. In WWE, they don't want anything to do with him. So someone did a code breaker this week on Raw. It's a code breaker. I'm saying code breaker, even though Jericho wasn't the first to ever do the move, but it was most certainly the one to popularize the move, the code breaker, or face breaker, I guess was what it was called before. Asuka did it on Raw, and I saw it, I'm like, hey, it's a code breaker, and then the commentary didn't say code breaker. I'm like, what the hell, guys? Is this because Jericho is in a different company that's doing better than you? Is that what this is actually about? So yeah, code breaker was on Raw, but apparently the term code breaker is one of the Jericho things that is banned inside the WWE, so the commentators are banned from actually using that term. So, yeah. I mean, it sucks, but, you know, I get it. AEW's better, but okay, I don't want to say it's better, it's different. Okay, the next rumor, apparently some wrestlers inside of the WWE, and this is gonna, like, get everyone a bit, how do I say, pissed off. So, there's a few wrestlers inside the WWE that actually love the scripted promos. Like, they don't like to talk for themselves, they just want to be handed a piece of paper, like this, and they just want to read off of it, and if you're wondering what's on this, it's the bullet points about what I'm going to talk about. I don't script my stuff because I hate scripts. I'm not a script guy, I'm an improv guy. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and it's going to come out good, or I'm editing it out. I mean, that's the way it is. So, apparently there's a few wrestlers inside the WWE, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but as of right now, apparently The Miz, he loves scripted promos. I know he can talk without a scripted, I'm sure all of them can talk without a scripted promo, but Miz loves them. Apparently so does Sasha Banks, and so does Bayley, so there's 3 we know of, but I'm sure at least half of the locker room, if not more, love the scripted promos, but some of them just are used to coming from like a background of like independent wrestling, where they're just kind of used to not having a script and kind of doing their own thing, and some of them were excellent at that, other ones weren't. But the ones who were like on the independents or working for other promotions that didn't hand them a script are so used to doing things themselves that maybe it's relaxing for some of them just to be handed a script and not have to think about what they have to say. Which I never really got that, because it like, just handing a script, it's like taking half of the wrestler's creativity away. Yeah, you're handed a script. I mean, a lot of them are changing it to fit them better. They're handed a script and they kind of put it in their own words, maybe kind of ask if they can change a few things. But personally, like, if you don't have ideas or where you're going, it's fine to be held like a piece of paper that has some bullet points on it, like, we need you to promote this Sunday, say you're going to do this, say you're going to do that, build for this, or whatever. And that's fine, you can work off of that. You don't have to be handed a line for line kind of thing, but some people like it, I guess. Okay, the next rumor is about an injury. Injuries are a thing in this business, unfortunately. I mean, they suck. There's no way around it. But apparently Braun Strowman is actually injured. So, I reported in the last news rumor show that maybe Braun Strowman's going to join Retribution and it's going to be this crazy thing, but apparently him being suspended is actually because he's injured. So that's the legitimate reason. He is legitimately injured. This isn't like the Otis injury where it's a contusion. But Strowman is actually injured, and he's probably going to be missing TLC, the TLC pay-per-view, so he's not going to have a match at TLC, doesn't look like. So Strowman, I wish him the best. Hopefully around Royal Rumble time we can look for an amazing return for Braun Strowman, but right now he has a bum knee and he's getting it worked on, and hopefully things will be okay by Rumble time. The next rumor is about, I don't know who to say it about. Let's say it's Baron Corbin. It's about Baron Corbin. So Baron Corbin is kind of filling a void right now. So there's a void that has been left by Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins has left. He's went up because he is becoming a father literally like in a few weeks. So it's absolutely wonderful. He needs to go off and have his fun time with that. But basically, there's a void. Like, who's going to be facing Murphy now? Like Murphy, there's this giant like void. I don't want to say a giant void, but like there's a storyline that just kind of like ended abruptly. Or maybe not so abruptly, it's been going on for a while. But I'm rambling at this point. But anyway, apparently that void is going to be filled by Baron Corbin. I mean, it's really just a new feud. It's not like he's going to be pretending like he's Seth Rollins and he's going to dress up as Seth Rollins. It's not like that. Like Baron Corbin, it's just a new feud. So apparently that's the thing that's going to be going on. It's going to be like the Mysterio family and Baron Corbin now instead of Rollins. So that's what they're doing. I guess Mysterio family versus just everyone on the roster until they get through everybody, I guess. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I will be talking to you guys about inside of this episode of WWE News and Rumors is about the TLC pay-per-view. So the TLC pay-per-view, I have your matches that are going to be happening, at least the only ones they've decided on so far. So obviously they changed their minds a lot, so some of these matches could be switched around, some of them could not happen. But as of right now, they have a pencil, and they've wrote all these down. But you have to remember, the pencil on the other end of the writing part has an eraser, so they can erase something. And I'm getting ridiculous here, but anyway, the current matches that they have penciled in, and there's no stipulations on these yet, so they don't know which one's going to be the TLC match, which one's going to have any of that kind of thing. There's going to be a chair match or anything like that. They don't know yet, but yeah, they have to add the stipulations still. But currently, for the Women's Tag Team Championships, we have Nia Jax and Shayna defending their titles against Asuka and Lana. I could definitely see Asuka and Lana taking them off, though, because I know Nia and Shayna have singles competitor kind of things to do. Another match that has been penciled in is The Fiend versus Randy Orton, so they're obviously building for that. Another one that is penciled in is Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso. And the last one they currently have penciled in is Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. So it doesn't look like they have really anything penciled in for Drew McIntyre yet, but that's what they currently have. There's no stipulations on them, like I said, so there's no, like, which one's going to be the TLC or whatever. If I had to guess, the TLC would be Reigns and Owens. I don't think McIntyre's going to get it. Maybe he'll get the table match or something. I don't know. Or maybe Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso will be the tables match. I don't know. We can stand here and guess all day, guys, but that's currently what they have penciled in. So there you guys have it. That is going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. Brand new to the channel, go ahead and make sure to subscribe. There's a button on screen. If you click that, you can subscribe to the channel. Also, I just enabled like this paid member thing. It's like if you guys want to support the channel a little extra, there's a link down below where you can do that. Also, the previous video is on screen right now, but enough of promoting all that. That's a mouthful. I'm not going to be able to do that every video. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.